right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here we go. 11.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Watch out.
Topper.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and...
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard
first down, Mahomes. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
First down.
80 weapon. 80 weapon. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. I got one. 57 to Mike.
Hey, 57 colors. 57.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, you got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Mahomes now on first down. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
Attack!
Now here's Mahomes. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Run for Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Switch. 15.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
No. Attack.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Then on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Watch the flag.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Wait, 80!
On second down, here's Barkley. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
57. Mike.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Tate's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And Ingram holds it in. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Here we go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Here we go.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to go down again. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo now. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Let's go, Abby. Tell me what you got.
Easy. Yellow.
Give me some. Here we go. Check.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That's complete to John Ross. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Pollard going to try the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing on second down, Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Easy.
Mike, hey, me and you all day.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. 16 yards, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All day, defense, all day.
First and 10 at the 38.
Check 52.
Slam. Safe.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, gun.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Hey,
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Cooper's got it. 25 yards that time. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
First down, Cowboys.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Attack!
54, Mike, 54, nice 7, let's go. 54.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And they got the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
50, yellow. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
57's right. I'm coming. Check the backer. Switch it.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, watch the slip.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Lucky.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And the Cowboys are in the end zone for the touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll go to Barkley again, and an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Here we go. 180.
All day, every day.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. Open man right side is Ingram. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Hey, let's go. Watch the out.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Barely got the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Mahomes now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
It's just me and you.
On first down, Barkley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, AD! Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Finds his tight end, Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
17 yards and a giant first down.
Here we go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the draw, this is Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes buying time to his left. We've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Mahomes. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Let's get it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Come.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The end result, 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Box truck. He's coming, double up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. They go for just one here as it's up and good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rush in. 21.
Now it's Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Barkley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. What do you need?
Here we go. Left.
12.
They can't hang with us.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
He's got a man, complete, past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Joker. Check it out, read.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Sponge. No.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no. Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. So with that need 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1. You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win. Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl.
They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Giants, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the L.A. Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.